The following is a Thorf TV production brought to you in cooperation with Jack Thorfinson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for the SOCS Show, brought to you live from MrHolster's ranch way up north near the Canadian border. Here he is. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Electricity himself, direct from the bar, MrHolster! Oh my God, he may be shocking, Jack, but I really doubt you call him Mr. Electricity. Matter of fact, that guy's the... Oh, MrHolster, hey! Howdy, Parge, yeah, it's me, MrHolster. Welcome to the SOCS Show. Let's see what Jack got out for us. Didn't we just have this last week, Jack? No? Okay. Well, I'm not complaining, Jack. Fuel Rye Whiskey, 46.5% alcohol, 93 proof. And that's coming to us from Evanston, Illinois, Jack. Really? Evanston, Illinois? That's like just north of Chicago. Lord only knows how many people had to die to make this. Well, let's pop the top on this one, like Machine Gun Kelly would say. Oh, there we go. Synthetic fork. I haven't even had one yet. Synthetic cork, Jack. Oh, it smells good, though. There you go, guys. Take a whiff. Seriously, it is actually quite good. Let's get the old ranch shot glass. There you go. You can see that? Isn't that nice? The old ranch shot glass. We'll pour a little in there. All things in moderation. West Texas dust. There we go. To the sunny slopes of long ago. Now, if that doesn't heat you up and cool you down all at the same time. Well, I better not put it over by Jack. Now, you told me you're gonna dry out for a while after that trip down to Las Vegas. I heard stories. I heard all sorts of stories. And yes, I think they're true. El Tenda does not lie. I tell you, Jack and I went out last night. They had an event over at the VFW, and Jack just had to go. And I said, fine, you can go, but I'm going to go with you because you're not going to have another incident with the pull tabs. Yeah. So I went with him to make sure he stayed away from the gambling. Right, Jack? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid we had a few too many, and I was a little shaky when I came home, but fortunately, this morning, I woke up with the birds while I was sleeping in a tree. I had to go to the doctor this week. I had a little problem with my back. I slipped on the ice. How my foot got in the glass, I don't know. Got down to the doctor, and the doctor looked me over from top to bottom, and he said, you know, really, there's nothing wrong with you. It'll probably clear up. Just take some aspirin and take it easy for a couple days. He said, but there is one thing I think you should start thinking about doing to take better care of yourself. He said, stay away from fat. And I said, you don't need to worry. My mother-in-law is done with her visit, and she's gone home. You know, when I was a kid, I was the most advanced kid when I was in 3rd grade. Yeah. All the other kids in the class were 7 and I was 13. Okay, let's get on with the show, guys. This is what we got tonight. We're going to talk about, I talked to a couple people about a new gun that's coming out, and I'm not hearing good things. And this is one of the ones I was going to get. We're going to talk about that. And I stopped by my local gun shop and placed a few orders for things. And I happened to pick something up when I was there. We're going to take a look at that. We'll talk about the things I ordered. And then, of course, there's Jack. Jack's got some great ideas, and I thought maybe I'd share them with you. We'll leave that till the end, Jack, all right? Now, don't get so excited. He's just mad at me because he didn't like my video yesterday. He thought it made him look like he was a rabid dog going out and gunning down defenseless woodchucks, and it was all in good fun. And I told him I'd apologize. Jack! I'm sorry. I just told them it was just a joke and it was all in good fun, all right? Seriously, Jack. After the incident with the pickup truck, you still haven't paid me back the $27.50. Yeah, I know. They should have known you couldn't drive down there and kill Puxatony Phil because you didn't have your gun. Because, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I forgave you for the truck. Well, I will when I get my money back. Sorry. We're getting confused. Sorry. I shouldn't. I'm sorry, Jack. I apologize. That was just a joke yesterday. There. Done. Let's move on. First, I think we'll talk about my trip to the gun shop. And it was really cold out there. Yeah. And I went there and came back. No, seriously. Went to the gun shop and I talked to the owner of the gun shop. And he had just come back. Well, not just come back. But he went down to SOCS Show too. Yes, he did, Jack. And guess what, Jack? He saw you there. Yes. He said he saw you with, and I won't even say I won't even say the euphemism he used for the two women you were with, Jack. But he said you were a little, matter of fact, he said you were a lot. Woohoo! You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Any rate, I talked to the fellow there about some of the things I wanted to get, and talked about some of the stuff he saw on SOCS Show. And this is not the only report I've heard about this. This is the second one I've gotten. The first one was a performance issue with one of the individuals who, down at Gunsight, had this gun and used it, and it seemed to jam a lot. Which you're thinking, well, you know, a lot of new guns come out and they have problems jamming. Well, not when they're a revolver. Yeah, and the fellow at the gun shop didn't give me a real stellar report on what he thought about the new Colt Cobra. He said he said, put it this way, I'm buying it because I'll sell a lot of them because they say Colt on them, but he's not going to buy one for himself. And that told me right there. Yeah. But I did get myself a Mossberg Shockwave on order, so we got that coming. Hopefully we'll get that in, I can't remember when the first shipment was supposed to go out in March, I think. I think that's it. March or May. You see, they both start with an M and MrHolster. I think it was March. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting a Shockwave, one of those new 590 Mossberg Shockwaves. Yeah. And I also bit the bullet. Yeah, I did. And ordered myself a what do you call those, Jack? Jack's got, you see, now you're turning towards me, you see? You're trying to make up because you want to shoot that so bad. No, it's not a Krebs. I can't afford a Krebs. I'm sorry. Vepr. A new AK-47 Vepr. I got that. Well, I told you, Jack. It's twice as much. I agree. The Krebs is outstanding, and any self-respecting AK-47 aficionado, and let me put this in there, who had money, would buy the Krebs. Yes, I agree with you. And I think that's descriptive enough. I don't need to go on anymore. Got that? And this. I picked this up. It was used. I will admit this was used, but as in most guns in the world. See, now we're getting to where my title is. How many minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Your life will never get back again. And now I'm getting to what's the title of the show. I'm sorry. Yeah. Any rate, I went in there for those other reasons, and I saw this under the glass, because they put everything under glass in there. And I saw it under the glass, and I said, ooh, I'd like to take a peek at that. And MrHolster, he's not an entire idiot. You may think so. But no, I'm not. Seriously, I'm not. I know you watch me and you go, what an idiot. But I was smart enough not to place my orders for those other guns until I decided to get this, and I worked a good deal, and I'm very happy with this. And here it goes, guys. This is what I got. Get it right here. CZ75 P07 duty. There we go. CZ75 P07 duty. And I got two things to talk about here. One, this gun, which I'll just briefly talk about it, because I plan on doing a very nice video on this and shooting it at my beautiful new hard target that I got from Hard Target. Yeah, and I'll put a link down below to his page on that. And I wish I could have gotten down there, but I haven't gotten down there yet because I've had a sick horse, and I've kind of been sidetracked. So, and my horse comes first. I'm sorry, but I'll get down to the shooting range next week hopefully, and we'll get the shooting done. But this guy's going to come with me, and I like this gun. This is probably closer to a 4-inch barreled XD in size, but pretty much the size of a Glock 19. Kind of an exaggerated trigger guard, and that's probably what really makes it closer to the XD, I guess. But from a holster standpoint, that's what I'd say. It has a 16 round capacity and 1 in the chamber. And look at that, my hand gets on that grip. Not bad. The sights are, it's kind of a Glock 19 sights. So it's not, there we go. Probably if I put it over, it's better over here. Not that exciting on the sights, but I thought it would be fun to play with. And one unique thing this gun has is it's cocked. It's got a ambidextrous decocker here, and you can take this decocker out and put a regular safety in case you want to carry it cocked and locked. Yeah. So you can set it up like this, and it's like SIG 226 would be. The first trigger pull is double. The second, or every one after that, it's going to be single, and you can decock it. And now the first trigger pull is again double. Or you can put that safety on there and cock it. Activate your safety, and then the first shot is going to be a single action shot. So I won't go into that too much because I want to leave something for my video on this. But I do like CZs. I have several CZs in, well, you see, I don't have an actual CZ. They're all Tagfolio versions of CZs. This one I think will be enjoyable. I would really like to have a compact steel CZ, steel frame CZ 75. But yeah, we're going to play with this, and I think it'll be a nice shooter. We shall see. We shall see. And it has basically a Picatinny rail there. It's a little sharp. You see, this is the kind of thing I don't like, although this one is not bad because it's tapered down from the shroud, where some of them just stick out like you wouldn't believe. That one of the worst guns ever made for that reason is the Walther CCP. It just like hanging on the front of it, and I don't know what you're going to hang on there. that little 9mm single column. But at any rate, the other subject I was going to talk about on this regarding to this is this gun sells for around $4.99 is what it sells. You don't find very good deals on CZs, and the reason for that is I think they're a little more in demand than they're bringing them into the country. I've always had a problem around here finding CZs. I have a real problem finding CZs, and they tend to almost bring the manufacturer suggested retail, because the manufacturer suggested retail for this is $515, and they seem to be selling from my search on the internet after I got the thing for around $499, $500 seems to be what people are asking for them. And I was quite pleased to get this for $300. And this is the point of this. A lot of the guns that you see in a gun shop that are used have gotten very little use. Lots of times people have put maybe a box of ammo through them and decided it wasn't for them. Now this one, this one here, I've cleaned the gun, and I took the magazines apart and looked at it and everything, and I don't think the magazines had ever been cleaned, and I don't think the gun had ever been cleaned, and I don't think there's more than, at tops, 250 rounds to this gun. Probably far less than that. And so my point of this whole subject is you might want to look at used guns pretty closely. When you go into the gun shop, you might find one considerably cheaper than a new one that really is not even broke in yet. Because a lot of the used guns in gun shops have been shot very little. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. Something new to play with. Try it out, and it fits my hand very nicely. And the only question is, which is better? The decocker or the safety? Yeah. So I plan on doing some shooting in both versions. We'll swap it out at some point and see which we like better. So far, my opinion of the thing is, it looks like a very nice gun. I've seen a lot of information on this, and I think, you know, maybe they're getting a little too excited about it, because I'm not that excited about it. But my problem is I'm an old guy, and I'd just soon have found a 75 compact all steel. Then I would have been really excited. But it's a CZ. We'll shoot it and see. So there you go. You got little information about things I got in the works. You got to see that, a little teaser on that, and then there's Jack's new. I've been negotiating with Jack. We're going to do a little special program on his room. Well, you said it was all right. Don't look at me like that. We talked about this, seriously. You can't take the money, Jack, and then not let it happen. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, we're going to do a little show on Jack's room called Jack's Place. Yeah. So you might look forward to that sometime in the next couple of weeks. If a vid pops up from MrHolster and it says Jack's Place, you might want to tune in and watch that. It'll be Jack's pad, yeah. So there you go, guys. The only thing I have left, and I've only wasted 19 minutes and 10 seconds of your life you'll never get back again, is I've got a contest right now. It's called the American Gunfighter 5,000 sub giveaway, where I'm giving away a $350 gift certificate to Brownells, and this is all you have to do to win it. Number one, you gotta be a subscriber. Yeah, because if you don't subscribe, I won't get the 5,000 subs, and I'll never draw the winner. Number two, just like this video. And number three, answer one tiny, 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 tiny little trivial question. There was an American of Irish descent who was a very, very skilled dancer and was in the Navy. He danced with a mouse. Put his name in down below, pards, and you're in the contest. There you go. There's the SOCS Show for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Till next time, go out, stay safe.